Take 9.
Good morning, everybody. It is a rainy day, day 3 of the cruise. We're going to be getting off in Sitka here in just a little bit. A little drizzly, a little chilly outside. Mrs. Coaster not feeling so great. The boat has been rocking quite a bit overnight and this morning, so she's going to rest and hopefully feel a little bit better in time for our excursion in just a little bit. But first, we need to go get some breakfast and get something to eat. And it is pretty busy in here for I think it's only 7:30 ship time. Of course, we lost an hour overnight, but it's pretty busy in here. Tough time finding a seat this morning for breakfast, but finally found one here just outside. It's not so cold, it's pleasant enough. This morning I got some French toast, some bacon, some sausage, and a little bit of a strawberry parfait for starters. We'll see if I decide to grab a few more things, but figured I'd start with that and grab a seat. Much as you might suspect in Alaska, it is drizzly. Not pouring, but it is drizzly. A little bit on the deck back here where we sat for yesterday's breakfast. So a few folks eating out here in the aft open area of the windjammer. Not too terribly cold, just on the cool side. Breakfast was really good. I ended up getting some extra fruit and a little more of the parfait, and just going to relax a little bit until it is time to arrive in Sitka. That's just a couple of hours away now. Huh, the Titanic. Wonder whatever happened to that ship. Closer to the port here, you can see there's definitely some swells out there going on. Not feeling the rocking as much as I was earlier, but we're still shifting about a little bit. The motion hasn't really bothered me at all. I usually don't have an issue with it, and usually Annette doesn't either, but this morning she's feeling it. So in addition to dealing with some foot and knee pain, she's dealing with a little bit of the motion this morning, so hopefully that's going to be a little bit better once we get to Sitka. We got transportation, everything. Breakfast was good this morning. Man, that place was packed. We lost an hour overnight to Alaska time, and I thought, even though it was still like 7:30 or something in the morning, I thought maybe it still won't be, but no, it was packed. It was absolutely packed. We were able to find a spot, but it was very busy. Of course, Park Cafe is open in the solarium. There's hardly anybody there, so if you're looking for an alternative, that's probably a good bet. Pastries, and I think I had a breakfast sandwich, and the main dining room's open for breakfast as well. So we're zeroing in towards Sitka, closer to land now. Got some fishing vessels out there. Look at these beautiful views. Low clouds over the mountains, snow peaks, absolutely beautiful. And definitely chilly breezy now. A Zumba going on behind us, or some variation of it. Meanwhile, we're sitting at the vintage bar, which is not open, checking out the views outside the window here. Hopefully it's not way overexposed, but we can see it probably better than the camera can. Some beautiful views outside. Yeah, I don't know if that was the pilot that just got dropped off here. Overcast and drizzly, but it is absolutely beautiful as we begin to approach Sitka. Not too many people out forward here. It's not too terribly windy on the front of the deck. So a few folks down there on the helipad. checking out the views as we arrive, or at least make our way towards Sitka. We are in the Pacific Theater. We are meeting. This is where our excursion is going to be meeting. We are going to the Raptor Center and the Sitka National Historic Park. So we are clear. They're letting some groups off now, and we'll be leaving with our group on our excursion very shortly. We are exiting the ship into Sitka. Looks like we are here with Princess. Which princess? I'm not sure. And here's a glance back up at our ship. Brilliance. What do you think so far, dear?
Cool.
Excited?
Yeah.
And we have a ship-sponsored excursion today. 90% of the time we book our own. But today, with this coaster, kind of a little tougher time getting around, we figured it'd be easier we would simplify our process today and just go straight with this excursion. So we're going to see some cool stuff and wander around a little bit if we have time later. Let's go see some raptors. And we now, as we get to the bow of Princess, we discover it is the Ruby Princess that is in port with us today. They just arrived in the last half hour right after us. And this is where we catch the shuttle. There's a free shuttle downtown to Sitka. We are going straight from our arrival pier on the excursion, so that's kind of nice. Some of the excursions available. $35, that's us. Right here they got that shoreside coffee. They got snacks, coffee, and it looks like, I think they've got some like crab soup and things like that you can get if you're hungry when you're arriving back. And there's restrooms conveniently located. We're on the bus. Let's get going.
Let's go.
We're a non-profit organization established by the Sitka Tribe of Alaska, which is a federally recognized tribal government in Sitka.
Alright, so we are just stopping here at Sandy Beach in Sitka, taking a quick glance. Annette decided to stay on the bus and just look out the window, but taking a look at some of these views here. And it is just really beautiful. It's called Sandy Beach, but it doesn't look all that sandy. And our guide was just telling us Sitka is the word for Sitka, and that means land behind the little islands. So these islands that are right around here protect the shore of Sitka. It's very cool.
So we have 14 miles of paved highway. We have two major roads. This is Halibut Point Road, and when we head out to the Raptor Center, we'll be transitioning onto Sawmill Creek Road.
We have arrived at the Raptor Center.
Many of us come to us from all over the state, but sometimes we do have to go out and get them, which is much easier said than done. The Raptor. Well, the Raptor has three key main features. They have forward-facing eyes used for hunting.
There's about, I think, 5 eagles in here, and we're going to go to another room.
She came to us
do not know how old she is beyond that. She came to us from Juneau, Alaska, and while she was there, they couldn't figure out what was wrong with her. They sent her to us because this bird is not flying. As soon as we got her out of the dog kennel that she was shipped in and smelled her, we had a pretty good idea. I don't know if any of you have accidentally or on purpose burnt your own hair. The smell is terrible. If you detect that on a bird, they have burnt feathers, and in Ray's case, we believe that she was electrocuted.
Just got done coming through the flight center. We got to look at Rain, the bald eagle, who is not releasable due to burns. They believe burns on her underwing, so she can't get any lift. Now here we got a viewing platform. Got some frequently asked questions, and just look at this gorgeous scenery. It's just absolutely beautiful. You can hear the water rushing in the background, and got some eagles just sitting right down there. Just so beautiful. There's our other two eagles that are out there. Yeah, I think he's giving us the stink eye. Red-tailed hawk. Got some more birds of prey. Very cool. We don't have near enough time to spend here on our tour, but there is a tour here and a trail that you get to follow and see some more of the birds of prey. Just absolutely gorgeous. And it just goes way back through here. Beautiful, rainy Alaska forest. Plus side with the tour, you get to hit a bunch of different places. Bad side of the tour, your time is never as much as you'd like to spend there. So we're gonna have to head out to our next stop. It was really cool checking this out. Definitely a fun place, worthwhile cause. Check out the Raptor Center if you come to Sitka. We've got an owl.
Yeah, she's a pretty good spotter when it comes to wild birds.
Now, is that bird part of the Raptor Center?
No. So we get some that just come and hang out for a minute. We have some tall trees, and then eventually they'll fly off.
Did you enjoy that?
I gotta keep them.
All right, on to the next stop.
So here we're at the Sitka National Historical Park. This park is Alaska's oldest and smallest of the national parks.
All right, our next stop is the Sitka National Historic Park. It is the smallest of Alaska's national parks, and it's got some of these historic and incredibly beautiful hand-carved totems. We're at the visitor center. We're gonna walk through the park here in just a minute, but there's the visitor center, and then we got a map of Sitka here. And we are right there. We went into the Raptor Center right up this way, and then we get some of the other Russian history of Sitka here with the Bishop's House, St. Michael's Cathedral, and Baronoff Castle. Incredible totems, and as we learned in Vancouver, they tell stories about history and mythology. They are not worshipped, they're not idols, but they tell a little bit of history. And so in the National Historic Park here, they have quite a few historic totems. Here's the Totem Trail Loop. We're going to head down that and take a look. This trail takes us along with all sorts of totems. Here's where they are carving totems right now. Here's one that is a work in progress, and this one is looking a lot closer to being completed. And he just said you smell the wood. It's got a very unique smell to it. Clarified, they're not carving the new one. Well, they are carving this one, but this other one they are probably preserving, because they do decay over time. So they're utilizing whatever methods they have to keep these looking as beautiful and pristine as they can. So here's the Totem Trail Loop, 30 to 45 minutes to make a loop. Got a couple other trails here. Foot traffic, keep pets on a leash. Bear safety tips. Bears happen. Look at this totem here. Aquas really stick out here. Falling behind the group, but it's a loop, so I'll make it back okay. Originally they weren't placed along a trail like this. They would have been in front of the villages, advertising wealth and prestige of the owner, and sometimes sharing the meaning of story, or they may have only been sacred stories to only be shared with clan members. This is a pretty cool one. That's amazing detail. This is a beautiful trail, and there's quite a few of these here. This has been a really cool walk along this trail. Seeing some of the totems. Beautiful, you can just hear the surf in the background, water coming up on the shore, and it's beautiful. There's some voices of other people walking around, but it's very peaceful and beautiful. Yeah, rain's starting to pick up a little bit. Get back to the visitor center here. Let's check out the visitor center. There's a cultural center. There is a hall for exhibits. It's a little warmer, a little drier in here. Oh, interesting. This Bentley box has been used as wooden Tupperware for centuries. The Tlingit created these boxes to store anything that needed a home. Clothes, food, dyes, weaving materials, etc. That's really interesting. I believe the last stop we got coming up here will be the Tlingit ceremonial dance. What'd you think?
Very interesting.
Pretty cool seeing some of the totems, and it's just this view here is beautiful.
Japonski is Russian for Japanese. The Russians named this island after some Japanese fishermen who were stranded here in the 1800s.
Now we're gonna go see a dance show at the Tlingit Community House. So it should be pretty interesting. So we're just walking around Sitka a little bit here. Around downtown area, we just finished with our tribal dance ceremony. And we are going to walk around a little bit before we head back to the ship. Alaska Pioneer House up there. I think we're coming up to St. Michael's. And so here is St. Michael, the Archangel Orthodox Church. It is originally Russian, built in the 19th century, 1800s. It burned as a result of a fire from a neighboring building and has been rebuilt and restored. It is only open during very limited hours. I think it says right out front 12 to 2. Very limited hours if you want to go inside. We are not going to walk up there right now, but I'll just point out right up there in next to where you see the bridge structure, there is Baranof Castle site. The castle itself is gone, but the site is where the American flag was first flown. The 49 star American flag when Alaska first became a state. We're not going to walk up there today, but oh, look at these low clouds over the mountains. It is definitely a drizzly day outside. All right, one of the places that was definitely recommended to us was to stop and get some Russian dumplings here. Pelmeni. You can get dumplings, you can get any of those, any or all of those toppings if you want. Let's figure out what we want. Here. These are dumplings, slice of bread. What do you think? Spicy. So different. It's different. It's been a while since I've had dumplings, but it's very spicy. Sriracha vinaigrette.
Indeed.
Pretty good. So, what did you think of the pelmeni Russian dumplings?
So, in retrospect, I think that without the sriracha, they would have been just wonderful.
Did not like the
sriracha vinaigrette.
sriracha.
I mean, it was okay, but I couldn't taste like the beef, and it took away from the dumpling.
So don't get the hot sauce is what she's saying. We yeah, I thought they were pretty good. It was a little strange at first. We were calling sriracha. It was sriracha vinaigrette, but it's good. It's good. Oh, it's raining a little more, and we're ready to head back to the ship. It's only, I think, all aboard is about an hour away, so it's time to head back to the ship. We've been in this line for a little bit. It looks crazy long. We are moving, and in the end, I think we'll probably be about 10 or 12 minutes. Two ships in port today. There they are, the Ruby Princess and Brilliance of the Seas. All right, we got back and look. Annette got her towel elephant. This is like almost the best thing that happened to her today. She had a pretty good day, but she likes the towel animals. Are you happy?
Yeah, it was a fun day. Very interesting. The Raptor Center was really cool. Seeing all the birds and owls and the tribal dance was interesting. but they used all kids.
Yeah.
It looked like, so that was pretty neat to kind of teach the kids their heritage and stuff. That was pretty neat.
Yeah, that's cool. Time to get rid of, shed the outer soggy layers. I think we both had rain shell jackets, and that held up great. So we stayed pretty dry up top. I have rain I got beef fajita, some grilled fillet of fish, and a chimichanga. So I'm going to start with that, and they were out of a couple different things, so I'm probably going to go back and get some more. So what did you get in that? Looks like we got tacos, pizza, quesadilla, chimichanga, some chips and salsa and guac. You got the telltale signs of moving away. Yep, can't see the dock, so it looks like we are backing out. We are backing away from the dock and heading out into the sound again on our way to Juneau next. That's beautiful views, late afternoon. Still got some fog and clouds over the mountains. Here in the distance you can see Ruby Princess there, still docked. They'll probably be leaving shortly after we do. And you can see the sun off in the distance that's breaking through the clouds. Yeah. Can I get the same, please? My dinner was good. We had a delicious ice cream cone for the road, passing through the pub. I don't think there's any pub music tonight. We are going to head to the Pacifica Theater now. Pacifica Theater has, I think it's like a tribute to Jersey Boys. It's basically the tribute to the Four Tops, it's tribute to the Four Seasons, Frankie Valli. So there's going to be lots of Frankie Valli and Four Seasons hits. Show, right?
Yeah, it was.
Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, oh what a night tribute band, basically like Beatles many Beatles tribute bands we've seen, just with Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Now we are headed to the Colony Club for the quest, the crazy adult scavenger hunt. It's always really crazy and insane. So look, the sun came out. The sun actually came out. Alright, so we finished up with the quest, which was crazy. It was a little different from the Oasis class ships because they're using the big skating rink area and they have like 6 different teams. This was only 2 teams, much smaller area and stuff. Still a lot of chaotic fun. Definitely like to be more background when we're doing that. But it's a fun little activity. But we had a good day. It was me and my friend here, my elephant friend, is standing in for Annette. And we had a good day in Sitka. Saw a lot of stuff. And it rained. It was cool, but it wasn't detrimental to enjoying the day and enjoying the location. And hey, it's Alaska. It rains. That's part of the experience. So we had a good time with that. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. Have you been to Alaska? Have you been to Sitka? What were your experiences? And thanks for watching. And remember, kids, Have a good time all the time.